Music-loving Johnny Plea back with another 4 nights of programmes for you, and tonight we have a hot news session from the members, currently touring America I believe. The debut of the Funboy 5, probably not heard of them but they're good, and also they've got a sense of humour too, a bit of a rare thing in this day and age. We've also got side 2 of The Crack for you, that's the album by the Ruts of course, and 4 tracks from the Gang of Four's debut LP which is called Entertainment. In addition to these things, as though this were not enough, we have a new single from the Mekons, we have a new single from Monochrome Set, and a new single, a 12-inch, from Public Image Limited. Also that repeat of that 12-inch by Black Uhuru, which features a Rolling Stone, and of course we have the Undertones and Stiff Little Fingers. Straw Dogs, of course, chart-bound sound, well, who can say, Stiff Little Fingers. And now they've reached issue 8, I've finally got a copy of Maximum Speed, and to celebrate that, here's Back to Zero.
Oh,
Back to Zero, the debut single, and that's on Fiction Records. It's called Your Side of Heaven. And the new session from the members, produced by Bob Sargent. Yet again, more good work from him. And the first song written by bass player Chris Payne. This is Music Machine. Satirical piece. Those are the members, the first from them, and it's called Muzak Machine. And I probably shouldn't be telling you this at a time when I've got 673 demo tapes to listen to at home, and you probably think to yourself, why don't you spend less time counting them and more time listening to them? It's not an unreasonable point, I must confess, but one of the tapes I listened to a few weeks ago was by the Funboy 5, and as a consequence of that we booked them to do a session. The session also produced by Bob Sargent, and most entertaining stuff it is too. This is Compulsive Eater.
Just why anyone should react that way. respect for the legal system. Like a story from Boy's own comics, such captivity makes him tense. Compulsive eater munches way to freedom. No respect for the legal system. Oh, I don't know why his mother said when he's locked up and out of sight. Compulsive eater munches way to freedom. No respect freedom. No respect for the legal system.
Well, rather enigmatic lyrics on that, I must say. Funboy 5, and that's the first of them, and it's called Compulsive, which leads us fairly logically, I think, to a cake for Bertie's party, and that's by Cardiac Arrest.
Open packets and read before using. Open up MacBook, your sanity's losing. Hide that beeping in your hand, it's amusing. You slap and your sick Uncle Bimbo is oozing. Everyone's looking and everyone's trying their best to see over the top of me. Over and under the weight of the world is too much because everyone laughs at me. You know I deserve it. My mummy told me that nurses are smashing, but teachers are nasty, they need a good thrashing. Everyone's looking and everyone's trying their best to see over the top of me. Over and under the weight of the world is too much because everyone laughs at me.
A cake for Bertie's party. I did party. I said that twice. That's interesting, that. That's on Tortch Records, and that's Cardiac Arrest. And I've reached that time in the programme, and I'll tell you what my colleagues have picked as their records of the week. DLT has Endlessly by Randy Crawford. The Beast has Heartache Tonight by the Eagles. Paul Burnett has Jojo Zepp and the Falcons, So Young. Andy Peebles has Pilot of the Airways by Charlie Dore, but I know why. And Kid Jerkin has Steve Harley's Freedom Prisoner. These are Black Uhuru with Keith Richard on guitar and Shine Eye.
I
Shine eye girl is a trouble to a man. I rise early looking some tea. Rise early looking for the daughter, but she no on ya. She no on ya. I take a walk down the street. Oh, hey, boy. The gal left on corner with push mouth lana, and I bed no spread. Rastafari know she can take.
Well, hands up anybody who could hear Keith in that. That's Black Uhuru, and that's on D-Roy Records, a 12-inch, as you might imagine, from the fact that it's 7 minutes and 40 seconds long, and it's called Shine Eye. And the John Peel Road Show had another gig at the weekend at Harpole, near Northampton, this time with Crass, and I was still mystified, I must confess, after seeing them, with the Addicts from Ipswich, who are very good indeed, good, rowdy, uncompromising stuff, and half the gig made by their supporters, in fact, who were excellent. And the gig was started off by Coil, playing there for the second time. This is the second time that I've seen them there, and they have a single out, which is on Woodhill Records. The B-side, I think, is the better side, actually, which is called Alcoholstark, and this is for Keck, Steve, Dave and Fee, the Nag's Head drinking team from Hargrave.
There's no opinions I can truly call my own. I take my orders on the latest telephone. Don't be surprised when they stop you in the street and check your baggage for forgiveness. One drink will motivate me to get up and leave. Could someone follow me home? My occupation
a jam between the lines. Don't be surprised when they stop you in the street and check your baggage for forgiveness. Wonderful motivate me to get up and leave. Could someone follow me home? There's nothing thrilling in the final cigarette. Nothing at all, no regrets. Take love from me, it's cheap and quick. I won't betray your final confidence. Don't be surprised when they stop you in the street. Just ask your conscience for forgiveness.
And that's on Northampton Woodhill Records, Coil and Alcoholstark, the B-side, in fact, of the single. And that was for the people of NN49PZ fanzine, who've interviewed the band in the current issue. That's a Northampton fanzine. And it's been a good weekend for fanzines, actually, because I also got useless information. Not entirely sure where that comes from, but it reviews some of our sessions. Fumes 1, which comes from Glasgow, which is one of the biggest I've seen, in that it's got 24 pages, and also has me on the front as a special bonus, of course. Don't Dictate, which comes from Milton Keynes, and then 2 from Ipswich, both of them very good, Harsh Reality and Anticlimax. This is for Will and Clive, Captain Beefheart and his magic band. Nowadays a woman's got to hit a man.
That a man been doing a woman unfair. You gotta wait for your woman, let her know you're there. I knew I had to go out and tell all of the women that I knew they were there. Now everywhere I go, the women all know that I know there ain't no other place to go but there. I'm talking about women. Yeah, I'm talking about women, man. They don't have to hit me to make me know it's there. None of my women have tears in their eyes. You can ask them about me, I swear, and they'll tell you that's one man, I swear. Yeah, that's a man. Enough about telling you this. Let her know you're there. I knew I had to go out and tell all of the women that I knew they were there. Now everywhere I go, the women all know that I know there ain't no other place to go but there. talking about women. They don't have to hit me, man, to make me know it's there. None of my women have tears in their eyes. You can ask them about me, I swear.
Well, as I said before, when we played tracks from this LP, the rest of the world beginning to catch up with him at last. Captain Beefheart and his Magic Band from 1972 from the LP Clear Spot, and nowadays A Woman's Got to Hit a Man. And I thought over the weekend I got caught up on all of the records and things that had piled up at home, because I listened to all of the LPs and all of the singles that were lying around which I hadn't heard before, and got them all sorted out and filed and lists made, of course, which is what I always do. And I came in this evening, and of course, as always, a great pile of interesting new stuff. There's an LP from Capital Letters, which I've been looking forward to for a long time. The LP from The Residents, that's Eskimo. The Bristol compilation, Avon Calling. Not had time to listen to any of those yet, but I shall listen to them tomorrow, that's for sure. And then amongst the singles, one from Dalek Eye, an EP from Misspent Youth, which is another one from Sequel Records. One by The Fakes, which is very good indeed. Actually, I listened to that. A new one from 999. New one from Neil Young. The Pathetics, Miss Kate. An EP from Private Sector. Is it an EP? A record from Private Sector, anyway. One from The Teardrops. An American one from a band called Active Dog, which looks quite interesting. And finally one from the, well, not finally, but I mean finally the ones that I'm going to mention to you, one from the Monochrome Set, a new single which is also called Monochrome Set, and this is appropriate because we have a session from them on tomorrow night's programme.
Fascinate, infatuate, emphatically. Your dreary, your bass stereo face is weary for me. I'm heaven sent so eloquent and curiously. I entertain your tiny brain so spuriously. The Monochrome Set, Monochrome Set, Monochrome Set. The Monochrome Set, Monochrome Set, Monochrome Set. I'm charming, dear, disarming, dear, alarming to see. You're funny, you're dead, honey, but you're always money to me. My rhetoric so magnetic, aesthetically. I'll nominate you to abominate, anticipate me. The Monochrome Set, Monochrome Set, Monochrome Set. The Monochrome Set, Monochrome Set, Monochrome Set.
Ciao ragazzi, quanto siete belli. Potremmo giocare un pochino stasera. Siete sempre stati nel Monochrome Set. La voglia di attaccarmi sui denti, andateci insieme allora, sono soltanto una puttana di narcissi.
I captivate, enraptivate, emphatically. You're lazy, you're limp, baby, your mind is crazy for me. I'm adorable, you're deplorable, it's not a lot of fun. It's gruesome, but we're a twosome, so hey, 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 here we come. The Monochrome Set, Monochrome Set, Monochrome Set. 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 The Monochrome Set, Monochrome Set, Monochrome Set.
Monochrome Set by Monochrome Set on Rough Trade Records, of course, for whom they're going to be recording, allegedly, an LP before the end of the year and doing one or two gigs besides, in the meantime, on the programme tomorrow night, along with a repeat of the session from The Flowers. These are the Brills on Barclay Towers Records, Gang of One.
What makes you want to beat your fists? It's the Gang of One. Head of the biggest outfit, top of the list of names. Who loves only business, never games. And who is the one who disturbs the peace? It's a gang of one. Living inside you now, always in party mood. You'd get used to this demon if you ever could. so small that you can't feel. He's always at the center of every deal. What makes you want to beat your fists? It's a gang of one. Head of the biggest outfit, top of the list of names. Who loves only business, never games. Who is the one who disturbs the peace? It's a gang of one.
The Brills on Barclay Tower
Just
Record.
a
Hey?
trailing down the road.
They're an impetuous bunch, you know. Those are the Brills, as I was saying. That was Gang of One. And, of course, there are no prizes, each richly bound in real leather, for guessing what follows Gang of One.
Trapped in heaven lifestyle. You're looking out for pleasure. It's at the end of the rainbow. The happy ever after. Gun behind the daydream. Gun behind the daydream. The happy ever after. It's at the end of the rainbow. You got the root of the problem. It breaks on you dreams daily. Father's contradictions. And breaks on you dreams daily. Gun behind the daydream. Gun behind the daydream. The happy ever after is at the end of the rainbow. White noises, a white room. White noises, a white room. White noises, a white room. White
That's the Gang of Four and Ether and 3 more tracks from this LP, which is called Entertainment, later on in the programme. God knows I've tried to avoid mentioning football tonight, but I'm forced into it because of personal call tomorrow night on Radio 1, in the course of which Simon Beast, assisted by Sue Cook, is inviting you to phone in and speak to Laurie McMenemy, the manager of Southampton. The number to ring if you'd like to make a personal call to Laurie is 01, that's if you're outside London, 580 4411. You can make a note of that if you wish. That's 01 580 4411, and the lines will be open from 6 o'clock tomorrow evening onwards. And you might phone him up, and in fact I may phone him up myself and ask him if he'd like to have £5 on Southampton finishing above Liverpool at the end of the season. These are the members and Gang War. Catalogue of Misery. Those are the members in America at the moment, as I say, and that's called Gang War. A lot of requests at me gigs over the weekend for The Fall and Rowche Rumble. Here it is. That's Scrumble. Well, there you are. Those are The Fall and Rowche Rumble on Step Forward Records. This next is for Pete Stennett of Walthamstow from me and Graham. The Funboy 5 and Haircut Bob Dylan 66.
You maintain a fashionable view.
haircut Bob Dylan, 66, the Funboy 5. And guess how many people there are in the Funboy 5? Right, there's 4. Robert Radhall, drums, Bob Brimson, bass, Mick Sinclair on guitar and vocal, and John McRae on keyboards, and they come from Hemel Hempstead, and their newsletter says, amongst other things, the first Funboy 5 session for the John Peel Show should be broadcast around the start of October. Well, this is as close to the start of October as you can conceivably get, I think. If you were listening to last Wednesday night's programme, you'll have heard me play side 1 of The Crack, the debut LP by the Ruts, playing 3 tracks at a time. That's the way I'm going to do it again tonight. So, 3 more tracks, the first 3 on side 2, Savage Circle, Jar Wars and Criminal Minds. This is Savage Circle.
militant join in angry procession. The tension tight with the strain of repression. Young blood boiling, hot with aggression. Jawa, fighting, fighting, Jawa. Too close, frightening. Fighting, fighting, Jawa. Too close, frightening, Jawa. Fighting, fighting, Jawa. Too close, frightening, Jawa. Clarence Baker, no troublemaker. Said the truncheon came down, knocked him to the ground. See the blood on the streets that day, the blood and the madness. Said the blood on the streets that day. Yeah. Fighting, fighting, a Jawa. Fighting, fighting, Jawa. Fighting, fighting, a Jawa. Fighting, fighting, a Jawa. A Jawa. A Jawa. Fighting, fighting, a Jawa. Fighting, 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 Jawa. Fighting, fighting, a Jawa. A Jawa. A Jawa. A Jawa. A Jawa. maker. Said the truncheon came down.
People push me round. Do this for a big 7 dance birds. You do what you wanna, I do what I wanna do. I did kids and it's 7 dance birds. I did kids and it's 7 dance birds. I did kids and it's 7 dance birds. Piece of the past and them say die. A big slice of cake say on take. You do what you wanna, I do what I wanna do. You down to the kids and it's 7 dance sticks. I'm down to kids and it's 7 dance sticks. Well, I do the kids.
Those are the Ruts, and I noticed from the music papers that the Ruts backlash has already started, but they're still fine with me, I must admit. From the LP The Cracks, Savage Circle, Jar Wars and Criminal Minds, and right at the end of the programme, Backbiter and Out of Order and Human Punk. And in case you weren't listening on Wednesday, the LP has a most diverting sleeve. You can spend a lot of time trying to identify all of the people who are on it, and I mention this because I'm on it, on the far left-hand side, about halfway up, doing extraordinary things with a popular brand of confectionery and a young woman. I shall say no more. Blood Relatives and Idren. I think mature investigation will reveal that that's the next track. That's Blood Relatives and Idren from a 12-inch EP on Greensleeves Records. Very good it is too, actually, and that's called This Foundation. And now, Public Image Limited, a record which is available in both 12-inch and 7-inch form on Virgin, of course. I'm about to play you the 12-inch. It's called Memories, and it's for Inky Biles in Norwich from Whackers, for Piers Goldsmith, for the Find and Punks, if they're listening, for Alan and Dave at Northampton. Public Image Limited. Public Image Limited, a new 12-inch, and it's called Memories. Still never met the man, and, well, people, you know, I mean, the review of the thing that he did up in Leeds recently, they sounded fairly dreadful, I must admit. Almost glad I didn't go. But at the same time, you have to have some sympathy with him, because when you go to a gig and everybody's shouting for you to do all of your oldies and things, and it's rather like when the John Peel Road Show goes out and about around the country, and people keep coming up and asking for Anarchy in the UK and Holidays in the Sun and all of those. I mean, great records. I certainly wouldn't take that away from them in any way at all. I mean, 4 of the best singles of all time, I would venture. At the same time, the people who ask for them, you know, it's getting a bit like people who used to ask for, like, Paranoid and Stairway to Heaven and things like that all the time. Anyway, there you are, little philosophy for you, not much of one. These are the Members and a reading of their current single, Killing Time.
I've ever seen. Sign on the wall, it's easy there. About their people's hearts. But a couple of pairs and a piece of pieces. All that I've got. And I'm on a good time, but it's not brilliant. Another Tuesday night down at the laundrette. Clean ladies, rusty queen varnish, gonna throw me apart. Just on a friend, she sees it as I. I know you think it's your cause to go on, stand at the floor. It's up at 9:30 to get inside. You got a nut on the door. See, I'm trying to get time, but it's not dead yet. Tuesday night sits down. Trying to get time, but it's not dead yet. Tuesday night sits down at the laundrette.
Those are the Members and they're Killing Time, and there's a single coming out shortly from the Funboy 5 on Good Vibrations International again, and they seem to strike in the sort of Luton area. I mean, I know Hemel Hempstead isn't Luton, but you know what I'm trying to say. And it's Life After Death, and yet another song on the reverse about Angela Rippon. This one's called Angela Rippon. Does this mean that I'm going to play Life After Death now? No, no, no. This is Bleached, Roots of Surf. hoping for a parody of Dick Dale. The Funboy 5, that's called Bleached Roots of Surf, which is rather difficult to say, actually. And now we rejoin the Gang of 4 LP Entertainment, exclamation mark. 3 more tracks, well, yes, 3 more tracks from it, starting with Naturals Not In It.
The problem of a leisure, what to do for pleasure.
That's the Gang of Four from a very good LP indeed called Entertainment, and the tracks there, Natural's Not In It, Not Great Men and Damaged Goods, and I shall play you more tracks than that on tomorrow night's programme and more on Wednesday and possibly more on Thursday besides, who can possibly say. This next is for Jackie and Nicky of Olney in Bedfordshire, and for Richard Knight from Jez and the Bedford Mods. These are the Undertones. Great. Those are the Undertones, who are playing in Cambridge on Friday night, and I very much hope to go along and see them play there before travelling up to Anfield on Saturday, hopefully to see Liverpool vaporise Bristol City. Eventually somebody, I mean, this can't go on forever like this, and somebody's going to get slaughtered. Hopefully it'll be the Russians, of course, but Bristol City, I don't mind about that either. We'll see. And on Saturday night, actually, the Undertones are supposed to be playing at the Apollo in Manchester, not the Apollo, at the Factory in Manchester, but there's a debate over the licence for the Factory, and apparently the police are opposing the renewal of it, which is grim news indeed, because obviously there aren't a great many places to go anywhere, and particularly in Manchester, and it'd be a great shame if the Factory was closed down, I think. But there's a hearing of some sort tomorrow, and I'll try and let you know what's happened. But the Undertones gig, to be on the safe side, has been moved to the Apollo, so if you've got tickets to go to see the Undertones at the Factory, go to the Apollo instead on Saturday, October the 6th. These are the Low Numbers, their first single, 1,000 Years, Keeping in Touch.
Forget the past, cause here comes the future, and money buzzing bringing you. Of people cruising into outer space, the moon will be a tourist attraction, a new invention, a brand new day. Everything is science fiction. fiction that my mama tells ya about the good old days. Every summer was a sunny day. She gave a kiss to a brand new world. I'm keeping in touch. I'm keeping in touch. I'm keeping in touch. I've got the money but I ain't got the friends. My neighbours live above and below. A crime of sin cause we don't mind. Wind me up and then let go. My mind is bursting in a cancer still. The world is getting bigger every day. Kids on the street and kids in the city are trying to find a way. People cruising into outer space. The moon would be a tourist attraction. A new invention, a brand new day. Everything is science fiction. And my mama tell ya about the good old days. Every summer was a sunny day. She gave me used to a brand new way. I'm keeping in touch. I'm keeping in touch. I'm keeping in touch. And I wonder what this world will look like in 1,000 years from now. And I wonder what we will be just like in 1,000 years from now. I look around me, the four walls surround me. I wish things could stay as they are. Forget the past, cause here comes the future. And money buys a brand new you. Of people cruising into outer space. The world would be a tourist attraction. A new invention, a brand new day. Everything is science fiction. And my mama tell ya about the good old days. Every summer was a sunny day. She gave me used to a brand new way. I'm keeping in touch. I'm keeping in touch. I'm keeping in touch. I'm keeping in touch.
Released on October the 20th, the first single from the Low Numbers, and that's called 1,000 Years, Keeping in Touch. Now the Meeks on Virgin.
Extra hours to get real gold.
That's the new single from the Mekons, produced by Bob Last, but this time on Virgin Records, and it's called Work All Week. It's too much pressure. Just about my favourite record at the moment, that, along with the Undertones, The Selector and Too Much Pressure. That's the B-side, too, on Two Tone Records. And this is the last from the members. Those are the members, and that's called Romance. And that was the last from them, and with voices going, this is the last from the Funboy 5, and this a version of this will be their single, Life After Death.
Wind shivers through the house. Every single servant left. Then the whiskey bowl is shattered. Life after death just doesn't matter. The life after death just doesn't matter. Shadows crawling on the wall. Noises from the cellar rooms. I'm as mad as a hatter. Life after death just doesn't matter. Life after death just doesn't matter. I'm living in a haunted house. I'm living in a haunted house. I'm living in a haunted house. I'm staying in a haunted house. Get up to investigate. Down the creaky staircase. The clock strikes midnight. Life after death just can't be right. Life after death just can't be right. A presence very near to me. A shiver in the backbone. Out goes the light. Life after death just can't be right. Life after death just can't be right. I'm living in a haunted house. I'm living in a haunted house. I'm living in a haunted house. I'm scared in a haunted house. Ghost boo. Voices echo down the hall. A portrait falls from the wall. I tremble and fear. Life after death just might be here. Life after death just might be here. There's an atmosphere of doom that starts to fill the room. But I start to shed a tear. Life after death just might be here. Life after death just might be here. I'm living in a haunted house. I'm living in a haunted house. I'm living in a haunted house. I'm scared in a haunted house. There's an invitation to hold a ghostly hand and slip away. Life after death took me away. Life after death took me away. I sing a song to you, a voice from beyond the grave. 'Cause I died today. Life after death took me away. Life after death took me away. I lived in a haunted house. I lived in a haunted house. I lived in a haunted house. I just died in a haunted house. I 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 just died in a haunted house.
Been a neat little programme this, I think, you know. Funboy 5, and if any of you are listening, thanks very much, Funboy. It's been a good session. That was called Life After Death. And to end tonight's programme, the Ruts again. 3 more tracks from the forthcoming LP, The Crack, and the first of them is Backbiter.
Don't burn my ears off, you're talking about fiction. The words you see, you're catching fire, talking about friction. I don't want to hear about the downers that you found. Don't want to know the way that you've been messed around. Backbiter, you're a loser. Backbiter, you're a loser. Backbiter, you're a loser. Backbiter, you're a user. attraction. You are the boys who play with our toys. You're out of order. You're standing on the border. You're out of order. You're standing on the border. You're out of order. Out of order. You're out of order. Out of order. You're out of order. You're out of order. Out of order. You're out of order. You're out of order. I think I might as well tell you now. You're on the new Ruts album, by the way. Get that track. See you later. Thank you very much.
When you actually get hold of a copy of the LP, you'll realise how difficult that was to do. Those are the Ruts from the LP The Crack with Backbiter, Out of Order and Human Punk.